Hello everybody, my name is Hellkaiser, and welcome back to Rygar. Uh, this is episode 4. We had what is in my opinion one of the worst boss battles in history in the last episode. Now we're going through what is gotta be one of the worst platforming sections I've seen in a long time. I explained in the last episode why I don't like platforming in this game, and so I don't feel like it bears repeat. Don't tell me I'm supposed to. So it really expects me to jump all the way back. I really don't like that. And see, he jumps forward too, which makes me scared that he's gonna jump off the edge again. S-Fire! And then that camera, it's like tank controls on an old Resident Evil game and stuff. But the thing is, tank controls in them old games work well because it adds to the tension. Like, your character is scared and running for their life, they're not thinking clearly. Like an old horror movie, Here, it works to your detriment because action games like this, okay, the frame rate's having some issues. I don't know why it's suddenly having issues. Okay, that's a... Whoa! That's a stun lock. Is he glitched or something? Good lord! I've never seen that before. Did the game just glitch out or something? Or was he gonna stop eventually? I got an attack power increase from that, and the speed of the game seems to have leveled out. Anyway, as I was saying, that's fine in, your average video game or a horror game, because you're not generally moving very fast in horror games anyway. You have to hold down a button on its own just to be able to run. But in a character action game, or whatever you prefer to call this style of video game, tight controls are essential. Like, if you played Devil May Cry 5, you have seen tight controls. Everything is methodically laid out. Some of the button inputs, like the Royal Fork for V, are a little finicky, but for the most part, phenomenally solid control scheme. And in this game, the way the camera angles jar you, along with a few other issues, take away from the experience, like that right there. See, I did exactly what the game wanted me to do, and he just fell anyway. There we go. Right tower, second floor. C disc armor. Okay. Really, calling it the C disc armor really was a disservice. They could have just called it the beside one, because when you say it like that, it's like C your disc armor. Because I got bad eyes anyway, and especially like white colors, are hard for me to see. I got like a lot of floaters in my eyes and stuff. It makes it harder for me, like, am I supposed to be looking for something, is how I could perceive it. Okay, they got the sea shield woman, and they literally could not be bothered making a third one for the Egyptian setting. I didn't have enough for 2 points worth, crap. My eyes are especially hurting today, and so some of these colors are bugging me. Okay, that's one down. This works phenomenally on those bastards. Where the... Did I kill him, or what happened there? I must really be getting something from these damage increases, because I've noticed, I haven't talked about it, my defense seems to go up. Like, I seem to be a little tankier, and my life goes up because I see the gauge go up. But apparently, I'm dealing more damage because I killed him in less hits, it looked like. I can't even be certain of that. See what I mean about the camera? Okay. There we go. Up on top of the gears. See, and the camera angles here make some of these platforming sections a little harder than they need to be as well. That's sort of a reoccurring theme throughout this game, is bad controls make it a little less enjoyable. See, like right here, I'm supposed to just go right where the edge of that is. Now. Now, there we go. See what I mean? It's like you have to stand the very edge of the platform, and then he'll just fall off, and you have to repeat the entire thing over. Ow. I meant to see what was over there, but I didn't mean to flick it at that exact second. And it becomes slightly annoying the way that the controls are designed. I wouldn't complain so much about the control part because it was on the Wii, but I do feel like it's fair in judging this game by saying the simple fact is that this game came out on the PS2 first, and from what I've read, had a very similar control scheme, and they didn't bother to fix any of this, they just left it in. Because, like, to me, that platform takes way too long to make its rotation. See, and then I fell trying to get to it. They should have made these little spinning discs move a lot quicker. See what I mean? Look, I'm hitting the dang button. What does the game want from me? I cannot stand those kind of sloppy controls. Some things you can forgive because of their age, but at the same time, other things I don't think you should forgive, because if a game has been released, and people had time to make their complaints and all that, and then you purposely ignore them for the remaster, then, you know, to me, that's bad level design. I personally wasn't a big fan of the remasters of, like, Ninja Gaiden and stuff like that. If you've ever played, like, Ninja Gaiden Black, you played a great hack and slash. Now, go and play Ninja Gaiden Sigma, or the new Ninja Gaiden Sigma HD collection. There are certain puzzles and stuff that were just completely removed from the game. And to me, this wasn't a good... This was going off of the idea that, or at least from my opinion, they felt like the players who played the game already didn't want to play the same puzzle again. Good thinking. However, what about if this was your first time playing the game? I don't understand why you would simply remove your puzzles. You know, that's an odd way of doing things. And then Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2... The original Ninja Gaiden 2 was a pretty good game. One of the first hack and slash games I ever really played on my Xbox 360. I think it was one of the first games I got with my 360. I'm wanting to wait for that thing to go back across. When I got Sigma 2 on the PS3 a couple years later, I noticed that they had taken the blood out, and some of you might not know this, but there was actually, famously, in the Japanese version of Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, remember the like motion controls in the 6-axis or whatever it's called controller for the PS3? If you shook the controller, the women, Ayume and Kasumi or whatever their names was in that game, their breast would jiggle. It was just like a special way of just triggering the jiggle physics. And that was edited out as well for the American release. So it felt like it was a remaster that took out features from itself and served no real purpose in terms of doing anything but censoring blood and adding like 1 or 2 weapons. I got a new sequence of attack for the disc armor. Okay, sweet. That's actually a cool move that uses the swing mechanic. So now 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, how did I do that? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's cool. I already like this shield the best, even though it's got the worst range, so now they just give me a cool move to use with it. Oh. Whoa, what the heck? Why does that have a monkey sound? Someone explain that to me. I get that it's supposed to be like stock sounds and stuff, but they really couldn't come up with anything more than a frickin' monkey? The fish had a bird sound, and the flowers have a monkey sound. That's some pretty... And what are these frickin' future tablets I keep finding? Oh, it's supposed to be like a trap. 1, 2, 3. Gadoosh. And, of course, that's kind of the problem with having a weapon that has no lock-on. Good lord, but when he hits, good... Wow, that was fun. It's a shame I can't do it again. 1, 2... Yeah. Okay, these new enemies are really fond of that move. Yeah. I don't get why they would program enemies just to do an attack like that when you get stun locked so freaking easily. Defensive power increase. 1, 2, 3. Okay, completely overshot him there. Okay, we're clear. Do I have enough points like upgrade again? I can strengthen the Heavenly Disc Armor, but I don't know why I'd want to. I'd rather upgrade my Sea Disc Armor or my Hades Disc Armor. Both of them are my most used weapons. I never use the Heavenly. It's completely useless. I haven't even seen it summoned yet. Honestly, if I was the devs, I would have focused on giving him like a proper dodge mechanic. Because the top button so far on the D-pad is completely unused. I'd rather have had like some sort of dodge or shake the controller to dodge thing, because in my personal opinion, the way the enemies can juggle you, you need a proper way to deal with that, and you don't have that, so it's very problematic. Yeah, I'm sensing a boss fight. I'm guessing it's gonna be some sort of snake monster, or maybe the Sphinx. Nope, it's the Minotaur, but now we're in Egypt now, but we're fighting the Minotaur. Okay, let's see what you are. Okay, that said Tauros, I thought, but what the heck was that supposed to be? Didn't look like no bull I've ever seen. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ow. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ow. 1, 2, 3. Ow. Okay, I'm not going to try that no more. I'm just going to get serious. Okay, he's got that kind of move. See, because that works as a dodge, but it's not the most effective tool in your kit. Especially when every enemy can do that and just block. See, it takes me too long to actually be able to lock on to a target, and I'm not even really locking on. It's like playing DMC Devil May Cry. Okay, do I have a nectar or anything? No, I don't. So when he goes down, he goes down. And of course I went down to that. I still can't comprehend fully what this game is trying to do with some of this weird... I don't even know how to call these boss fights, because it's more like a trial of if you can manage to stay behind the boss by sliding under his feet and just hope his shockwaves don't do enough damage to you. And they don't fit. It's like they designed the levels and then the bosses. Or they designed the bosses and then the characters, because there's not really a lot of care but into how this is done. There we go. See, I mean, he just has these, like, area of effect moves, and I just gotta hope that I can dodge them. See, even then, if I try to, like, slide under him, that's still gonna hit me, because it's a shockwave effect. And that doesn't hit from there. So my only hope is to try to keep sliding under him and hope that he doesn't do a ground pound. Like he just did there. See? Which is kind of an unfair thing, because there's not like a market to even be able to buy resurrection items, so you just gotta hope that you hit right and that you're able to stay out of his range. Because I guess it's the only way to make it fair, realistic, because see, look how much I'm melting his health. It's just a matter of trying to stay alive long enough to keep doing that. There we go. See, that's not even a boss fight, and there's no selectable difficulty. If I hadn't been faffing around trying to do that move I was doing, the charge-up attack, I would have killed him on the first go. I'm just trying to enjoy the combat. See, there's no reason to do anything other than that. That is literally my most effective move with any of these, is just to use the first hit. Realistically, this weapon, the heavenly one, isn't even useful because of the fact it's only 2 hits. The only combo with it is really A, B, and that takes too long and it leaves you too open. So, if you want range, that's your best combo, and if you want close range, that's your best. And you need nothing else. So I don't understand the point of the combos, really. Nice try.
How dare you kill my retainers?
How will you seek vengeance for your dead son?
How do you know of that?
You hollered it
I
out.
am just a man who was a gladiator, and I have no memories. I know nothing of my father or mother. I do not even know my true name.
No.
He's Egyptian.
It can't be.
Because he's got the symbol on his hand.
It is. Yes. Your true name is...
My true name?
Okay, so now he's Egyptian and he's Greek? I never played the original Rygar. Let me Google the original Rygar real quick. Because apparently this is not a sequel, it's a remake. Or it's a sequel remake sort of deal. Okay, just regular Rygar. Is 1986, created for arcades, and then it came out as, on a lot of systems, the Commodore, Amiga, Master System, Commodore 64, NES, and yes, this game is a remake of that. What it is according to how it was, blah blah blah, you still had the disc armor. Apparently in the original, Rygar was a dead warrior who rose from his grave. Or no, oh, no, yeah, a bad guy took over the... An evil being named Rygar took over the land of Argul, not Argus. And Rygar, who was a dead warrior, rose from the grave and used the disc armor to stop him. So it's almost like medieval. And then... apparently it sold pretty well. So, but other than that, there's not really much of a story to it. So I think it was supposed to be kind of Greekish, or just a regular side-scroller. You know, they didn't really think about stuff like that other than levels back then. So I don't understand why they decided to mix Greek and Egyptian mythology. Or even Roman, because they refer to Rome a lot in this game. So I'm going to assume that's his mother now. But I don't understand a lot of what this game is doing, because it's like, you know, how did you know about my dead son? Well, you were monologuing on top of a hill when he heard you. Yeah, I honestly think that the game doesn't even know what it's doing. Maybe I wish there was like some sort of Japanese undubbed version of this game. Maybe with like fixed subtitles. I think that there's a chance it would be better. Okay, I'm going to assume I need something there. yeah, special power to turn on the switch, and I'm gonna probably need a special power to mess with that. We're only 20 minutes in, and we've already done a boss fight and finished World 4. Whoa. And we got more reskins here. They finally did... Oh, apparently my guy died. They reskinned those shield armor enemies again. Instead of blue, they now are wearing black armor, but it's still the female one. So, when they added in new enemies, that was another total bull-ass line. That was literally to improve the sales figures a little bit. So yeah, I killed her in one attack string that time. It'd be nice if I could find some health. Okay, I don't know why the game's starting to run with a little bit of slowdown now. Maybe it's my computer. Sometimes, you know, if you have just like an update running or anything running in the background that can mess with your CPU even just a little bit. Don't tell me I'm going to have to run through this entire level with only that little bit of health. I have a feeling that I am. Do enemies like randomly drop nectar then, or is it like on a specific basis? Is there any like proper way? Okay, yeah, there was some. She didn't, but I got some health. I got more than I did, so it's like random, or maybe it depends on how many hits you get in. I'm already halfway up the mountain. Okay, that's her down. So I am getting more powerful. Thank you for the increased... Let's cool this place down a little bit, shall we? Okay, I got a nectar too, that's good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Even so, it's just those motion controls are extremely finicky. They just don't bloody work half the time. So what was the point of putting this game on the Wii? They could have just remastered this, you know, digitally on the eShop. Oh, this was 2008, so maybe like the PS3 store and the Xbox Live Arcade wasn't exactly super big yet, but maybe they could have released this on, you know, Deadly Premonition came out in 2008 on Xbox 360 for 20 bucks. They should have done something like that, I think. Maybe they could have done something there if they had... I just don't think the motion controls work for this game, or they maybe could have done a multi-platform release. I just don't think that they really designed this game with the Wii system in mind. I think that's very prevalent in the design. These things are really fun. I hate spiders. And especially I hate spiders that they don't really have an... See, they don't have an animation when they attack. They just lob grenades. And you can't see them attacking. There's no build-up or charge or light flowing in around them. It's just they attack, which is silly and bad game design. You should always be able to tell when your enemy attacks. That's another problem I have with this game, is that it seems like they wanted to address a complaint about a lack of enemy design, and that was about the only problem that they saw. That I guess they decided to focus in. Oh, I'm getting hit by boulders every time I do that. And to me, that's a good idea to fix a problem. However, if you're going to fix a problem, you got to be willing to fix a problem. And to me, this is not fixing a problem. This is literally just making a situation slightly worse. Okay, life was restored. New ability. What is this going to be? New sequence attack of Heavenly Disc Armor. What is it? Nebular Burst. AA, swing the remote repeatedly. Not a bad combo for it, but... Okay, let me put it this way, too. That is one of the worst ideas for this game, is putting its combos 4 hours into the game. Why not make a shop? In 2008, God of War had already been out. God of War 2 had already been out, I think, at this point. I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure it had. And so, you had Devil May Cry 3, you had God of War 1 and 2, and several DMC clones and God of War clones at this point. And you mean to tell me that they still couldn't get it right 7 years later and adjust some really... If they put some more work into this, I think this would be an honestly very fun game. The setting isn't so bad. It's still... I would complain about the mixture of Greek mythology and stuff being so poor. But, you know, fix the actors, make a shop, or just give me all the combos from the beginning. Fix the atrocious camera design. And this game would go up about 2 points in my book. It'd go from like a 5 out of 10 to about a 6.5 to a 7 out of 10. Cause see, I can't see what the heck I'm fighting, and that's just a bigger worm than the one I was fighting. Now he does the charge move. It would help if I could see the bastard. Okay, there's like a downhill area, but it gives me a way back up. So is this progress, or is this just like a explore me? What is that? Okay, this is back at that starting area. This is World 1. Okay. You need a special power to turn on the switch. Don't tell me that means I'm stuck here then, or have to reload a save or some bull-ass. No, thank goodness. Okay, what is up with the slowdown? Can I not... I can't jump over there. So how am I supposed to get back to that side so I can get back to that world? Don't tell me the game like intends for me to like trek all the way back. That is bad. They let me get there, but they didn't want me to be there. And so now I'm stuck in the wrong... Oh, Lord. There's got to be some way out. I got a Valium scroll. Okay. It's great, but how do I get out of here? Okay, what about over here? This is not good. Why would you design that like that? Okay, I got an attack power increase. I have a feeling if I fall from here... I think I'm not... Yeah, I can't even fall from there. So I can't grab that upgrade. I don't know how I'm supposed to grab that upgrade. This is extremely annoying. So I might have to reload that save and go all the way back and just remember not to jump down here. So effectively, I just got punished for exploring. Great way to design your game. Maybe there's some other warp gate I can... I gotta use the C disc armor. This is just getting better and better. Wasn't that like all the way down here? Yes, it was. And I still can't get to it from here. What is this game wanting from me at this point? Is it like wanting me to jump or fall down, but then how am I supposed to get back up? I don't understand. I'm about ready just to reload the save. I can't jump up from there. Oh, I'm supposed to bring that down. How was I supposed to know? Hiding puzzles like that for getting a special item? Yes, that's perfectly... Yeah, now you're going to try to trick me into combat. Okay, I can take a hit, but if I give a hit, I'll lose my shield, so I can't even fight. Gotta love... Okay, come on, just keep moving. I must... Are you serious? What, did I not move quickly enough to satisfy the game? That is annoying on so many levels. There, now do me a favor and flock off. What the heck is that? It's another stone tablet. Be a shame if the game wouldn't let me collect that stone tablet, wouldn't it? So he's still got that one same long-range move from the original shield. So he only has one ranged attack. I hate how long he's knocked down for. It's an unnatural amount of time, you know. It's more realistic, and I guess that doesn't go in tone with the mythical setting, and it gets kind of annoying. Okay, I have no idea how long I have, but I just know I need to book it. Means I can't afford to make a mistake on the platforming, even though the camera angles are mostly what I blame for some of that, and his atrocious jumping controls. You know, when you go back in time like this and you play some older games like Far Cry Instinct, Far Cry Instinct Predator, Metal Arms, Glitch in the System, Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, Jack and Daxter, you know, really fantastic games. Primal. That's a underrated hidden gem if I've ever seen one. Then you find some truly magnificent games every now and then that were just somehow lost to the sands of time. Unfortunately, for this game, it's not one of those. It's one of those games you look at it and you... Instead of feeling like a pity for it or like, oh, this is good for its time, you end up looking at it like a, wow, this is what this could have been a decent game, but realistically, it's not, and you can't really afford to like it. It's one of those that it's too negative to its own player to be able to enjoy this game. It's kind of got a hatefulness to it. Like, see, I don't know how to get back to World 4, and I don't want to have to jump back through all those levels. Maybe this is some sort of path I was supposed to take. If not, I'm going to have to reload the save. And I get that this is supposed to be like an island community that they live on, but you mean to tell me that this island is close enough that it's got Greek culture, but it's also got Egyptian? And I know, like, Alexander the Great, you know, built the Library of Alexandria and stuff in Egypt, but still, I don't think that that's what they knew, and I don't think that that's what they were going for with this. I think it was just an idea to combine mythologies. I don't get the frickin' monkey sound, too. Could they not have come up with a different stock sound that was a little bit closer? I am making some form of progress. I don't know what form, but I'm doing something. Let's hope this is where I was supposed to go. If I climb all the way up here and find out I was supposed to have acquired some power back at that level 4 and I just simply missed it. Okay, that was cool, but unfortunately I'll probably never use that again. That is the coolest, because you get like a 20-hit combo off. But again, I don't really feel like I even need this like Greek Egyptian setting, because most of the enemies I fight are worms or plants. I'm not really fighting like Greek warriors or Egyptian mummies and stuff like that. I feel like there was an opportunity here, but it was left, you know, unattended and ended up not working. You can't be serious. Please tell me I wasn't... Let this be the power I need there. Turns on some kind of switch by stomp. Okay, thank God, so I didn't mess up. So I'm supposed to like backtrack, I guess, back to where I came from. Okay, why does he... So he jumps at an angle down. Why would they just do it like that? Why not just make it a basic ground pound, so if you're standing over it, it don't work? That was intelligence. See, I mean, a lot of this game is summed up with a question of why do it this way when this would have worked just as well, if not even better. Ooh, some sort of weird zipline looking thing. At least they didn't try to make me go all the way back down the bloody mountain. Okay. I'm sensing a boss fight or something up ahead. Oh. I don't like that sound. Oh, it's just a couple of those dudes from earlier. Is that the best you got? Well, that's about the only time I'll probably ever kill anything with that. Anyway, let's talk about this Dolphin emulator. I really like this emulator. I've been playing it a lot more recently. I've been using it to play some of my old PS2 collection, even some more obscure PS2 game. I'm sorry, GameCube games, like Billy Thatcher and the... What's it called? Billy Thatcher and the Egg or something like that. You know, that was made by the guys who made Sonic. That was Sonic Team. And that Nights into Dreams had a sequel on the Wii. Nights Eternal Dreams or something like that. I can't remember what it was called exactly. And then that awful Batman Dark Tomorrow. I've been playing it just because I thought, well, I'd like to test it and see if it works okay, and maybe I'll play it on the channel. I'm not going to be playing that game on the channel. It works fine on Dolphin. It's just I forgot just how bad that game was. When you look at how good Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, even though I feel like Arkham City, it gets overrated while Arkham Asylum gets underrated, because to me Arkham Asylum is the better game. I know that some people will fight you over that, but I really like how much of a Metroidvania the original is and how tight and focused. It's almost a horror game in some ways. And I think they did a fantastic job with the design. you know, just playing a lot of other games like that. I can't name them all off. Battalion Wars, that's a great little game. I am going to cover that eventually on the channel. I just don't think I should do it right now because what it is it's like the frontier versus the tundra, but you know it's supposed to be like the U.S. versus the Soviet Union, and you know like Advanced Wars 1 and 2, because Battalion Wars is a spin-off of the Advanced Wars series. And that's, I said that to say this. You know, the 1 and 2 reboot on the Switch, what was it called? Advanced Wars Boot Camp or something like that, was supposed to be coming out in April, I believe it was, and now it's been indefinitely delayed because of the conflict, or I don't know how. I don't want to say anything that'll get my video demonetized, so I don't know how to word this properly to make YouTube happy, but you probably, if you are up on recent events, understand what I'm saying. And then there's another game, I don't know what it's called, but it's supposed to take place in the continent of Russia, or take place in about the Soviet Union. I don't know what is, can't remember what it's called. I got Persephone's Mystic Stone. And it's kind of sad to see these games get delayed because of that, just because of their settings, you know. Changes snap. Quick throw without swing. What? Okay, I don't know what that means. Okay, I don't know what that did any different, but if it says it did something different, I'll take its word. Okay, he didn't do it there. There we go. But there was a lot of great games, and I said before, there's like HD... The brilliant thing about the Dolphin emulator over like the PS2 emulator, which I played both emulators quite a bit. I've even used the PSP emulator a lot. The PSP emulator is one of the most stable ones I've ever used, but the PSP emulator, I mean the PS2, which I know is made by different people, is got a lot of issues, like a really surprisingly large amount of issues. You know, you have to sit there and like manually configure every game, and in fact, I have a piece of paper here on my desk that says like what all I have to do. Let me read off some of this to you. PS2 emulator game fix guide, Ghost Rider, skip draw range 2x2, Nightmare Before Christmas, Oogie's Revenge, skip draw range 2x2, Kaya Dark Lineage, skip draw range 3x4, but that might not always work. Causes bad graphics effects, use large frame buffer or software mode. Urban Chaos Riot Response, needs OpenGL software mode, hardware mode causes graphic issues, example Purple Snow, rendering threads required 8. That's all the stuff I got written down just to remember, because it doesn't like save settings. You have to do that every time, and then if you forget to reset it back to default, then it will leave it like that, and then so I'll start the next game and it'll be like graphically broken, which seems like that is a bad bit of design in my personal opinion. And there's no way to like see your games. It's shown in a file folder. So what that means is, you know, like your pictures in a file, that's how they're shown. I don't know why they would design it like that and not give it like a nice UI. They don't have to show the game covers, but it would really help. Like if you really look at, if you've never played with a Dolphin emulator, let me just say it's got one of the best UI systems I've ever seen. It shows you the covers for the games, and you don't have to download them or nothing. It just does it by default. There's like gecko codes and AR codes that add like widescreen patches, up the frame rate. There is so much. There's custom textures, and I've said that there's some games that I'd like to play, and like there's custom textures that fixes them and stuff like that, or improves them in some ways. And I've been skeptical of using custom textures, but I've been doing it a little bit more recently. And good lord, you know, there's some really good improvements.
She is still alive.
Yep, that's so. Rygar's her son.
And making a mother and her child fight each other. Why does a god show such heartlessness?
Stop talking such nonsense. You knew everything from the beginning.
Correct. I allowed you to join the Titans because
Man, he caved easily there.
will come to pass. With your defeat and your death.
How cruel to do this to a comrade.
Trust is the biggest mistake arising from weakness. I learned this truth from the unbelievable suffering I endured at the hands of the people of Argus.
What?
I was once a warrior of Hades, who has now disappeared from history.
Okay. Wow, there's some weird effects on the screen. Let me say something. Icarus was not a warrior. He was a child in his story. If you played the new Immortals Phoenix Rising game from Ubisoft, or recent game from Ubisoft, I should say, they talk about Icarus and his father. His father made him a set of wings. If I'm not mistaken, his father was a prisoner and he was born in prison or something like that. I might be a little bit wrong on some of the details, but he wanted to fly because in Greek mythology, you know, like Apollos, you know, the god of the sun, you didn't just have the sun rise and the moon rise and stuff like that. Apollos drove a chariot, you know, with a bunch of horses hooked up to it, and the sun was like dragged behind it and stuff. And I guess he wanted to like do something similar to that. So his dad fashioned him some wings out of wax and feathers, and told him be careful not to fly too close to the sun. He did, and he drowned. And so, end of story. But that's it. There's no warrior. I'm okay with artistic license, but not this way. God of War, to me, had a lot of problems with its mythology and a lot of problems with its ideas of mythology. But it worked better, in my personal opinion, than this does. And they even got Kevin Sorbo to voice Hercules in God of War 3. That's how committed they were to certain things. This game feels like it's doing the opposite. And that's just a beautiful effect to stick on the screen. This like steam. Okay, I'm fighting a boss apparently. Be nice if I could. Oh. Okay, so I can literally survive being in lava. God help me, the camera angles. You found a relief of the future. Something in the distant future has been changed. Ow. This is going to be a very fun boss fight, I can tell that right now. He pops up at random places. Where'd he go? Ow. Ooh. Why would they design the boss fight like this? Between the changing camera angles and the fact that he never appears in the same place, and the walking through hellfire just to get to him, it's not exactly what I'd call an intelligent plan. I like how instead of screaming in agony or anything, you just hear a little searing sound, and that's it when he steps in the lava. You would die almost instantly if you touched lava, because your lungs would be scorched. People who are burned severely, most of the time, don't die from the burn. People don't always seem to be able to realize that. You die from smoke inhalation and stuff, but when you're near lava or something, that's so hot, it dries the fluids out of your body. And we're like 90% water or 80% water, something like that, our bodies are. So you can't survive without those fluids. And it like superheats you. And like your blood would essentially dry in your body, and you'd be completely, you know, dead before you ever really realize what happened. Okay, thanks for the way up. Which, I mean, I do appreciate them not causing it to be instant death lava, but still, I don't... Am I supposed to walk through it? Yes, I am. That's great. So I'm just walking through lava now. Ow. Ouch. Ouch. This seems like somebody watched frickin' Bionicle. Didn't they, like, surf on lava in Bionicle? It's been years since I saw those old Bionicle movies. I don't know why I remembered that. Oh, I can smash these and form a safe stone. As I say, I'm going to need it because I don't have much health left for this. So he lost his mom, too, before he ever got to meet her. Maybe she'll survive and he can do a I wish I could be the one to fill your dark soul with light moment. Do I have enough money? Yes, I do. Strengthen. I honestly don't know which one I should upgrade first. I guess I'll do the sea disc armor. That's cool how it gains like a new effect. Does it look any different? No. Does it have any like new moves? Maybe I should check that real quick now. I got Siren level 3. One, two, three. 1, 2. See, I hate that they just back up and shoot fire at you, which is a lot of fun. I don't know why they would design these enemies like that, because that just seems to me like a failure of game design. Let's make an enemy that they can't actually see hitting them. Also, did you notice that sometimes it looks like it skips the shield when I go to toggle through my shields? I hope I'm not just seeing that, or maybe I'm, you know, accidentally like double-clicking the button or something. Okay, we still got a couple of minutes. I guess we'll keep going for a minute or two. I have a feeling this is going to be another boss fight. They kind of put the boss fights real close together, don't they? So another fight with Icarus, probably. Nope, who are you? Like a centaur? Whoa! Ouch. I'm coming. Okay, what was his plan? Good lord, I'm melting him! Man, good lord, he ain't got a prayer. Okay, that completely missed him, but I managed to hit him on the turn. Easiest boss fight so far. What was with the hand thing right there? What was that supposed to be for? Okay. I don't know how I'm going to avoid falling in the pit. I guess I'm not supposed to not fall in the pit. I need a special power to push the box. Is that supposed to be like some sort of New Game Plus thing? I guess I'll never find out. Okay, there's a special power up there. Thanks for the nectar. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to like get up there from somewhere up there. I'm going to assume so, because I can't do it from here. Right now they got enemies crawling on the walls. What the heck is that? I got a mom of whatever. Restores all ichor. Okay, don't tell me this is another boss fight. Because this is what? 4th boss fight in the game? Icarus.
Don't move. Don't you understand why we have taken the princess?
I really don't.
Surrender your disarmor. The young lion will kill his mother and revive as the King of Kings. By
What?
opening the gates of darkness with the 3 disarmors of Hades, the seas, and the heavens, and by the soul of Kronos within your body, which I have trained, the prophecy will be accomplished.
So I just let myself get captured? But he didn't kill his mother.
Stop it, Kronos. I rejected.
What, so he's Aristotle, the philosopher?
No, it can't be.
Oh, she's still alive.
I do not care about my life, but I will never give Caesarium to you.
Don't be a fool. If you take it, once again the gates of darkness will be. No! No!
I remember now. She's my...
He passed out from the cheesiness. Okay, what the heck was that sequence? So, Icarus is really Aristotle, the legendary philosopher. And he holds his sword on the princess. And our boy instantly surrenders, goes back with him, stands on a platform, giving up his disc armors, I guess. And his mother saves him and gives us their weapons back. Or what? I don't understand. What was that sequence of events? That was a very strange sequence. It feels disjointed, like a big chunk of the cutscenes and stuff are just straight up missing. Okay, I accidentally fell there. I don't understand it. Maybe it's something that I'm not getting to this plot. Or maybe, like I said, if it was done in the original Japanese voices, it wouldn't be so tacky. But it comes off so bad. I've seen fan dubs much better than that. Everybody's lines feel off and very off-putting along with that. This awful jump mechanic makes you want to tear your eyes out. I've never seen a game that's controls seem so blatantly against the player, you know, that was made, you know, at this point in time almost. There are some games with bad controls, don't get me wrong. But I've never seen one that just seems like it's purposefully... Okay, I got a new Mystic Stone. What's it do? Upgrade, widen the attack area. Now that's actually a pretty good move for this because it's fast, and so it's like having a shotgun, you know, blast, like in Resident Evil 5 and stuff like that. What was that? The Hydra, you know, something like really close range and really good damage. Huh. You've got to be flippin' joking me. I just want to stop. I'm tempted to backtrack to the save point just because I really don't feel like doing this. The only reason I'm wanting to finish this game now is because it's like supposed to be under 8 hours. I'm 4 hours in. I'm committed. But the more I play it, it's the more like I realize to myself, you've got to be joking me. That I'm done. I don't like this game. This will not be like one of my hidden gems. This will not be recommended, you know, as a overlooked game. I can't believe that this game got, you know, mostly positive reviews when it first came out on the PS2. I am probably on my spare time. You gotta be kidding me. Going to play like maybe the first 30 minutes of the PS2 version, because it looks so different with like its character model and stuff that I wonder if the acting, the voice acting and stuff is any different and if it's any better. Because there's got to be a reason other than just poor controls and being a bit old that this game... You've got to be joking me. How am I supposed to make that jump? That this game got the reviews that it did, and I'm kind of interested to see why. I do wonder why, of all the things they decided to change, they decided to make his player model so bad. You know what I mean? Yes, I finally made the jump. Hallelujah. And there's a save point. Okay, I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you guys are going to enjoy the rest of this series. Apparently, we are only 3.5 hours in, but I don't think the game counts cutscenes because we're, this is episode 4. Like I said, I think I voiced all my opinions on this. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Hopefully, we only got roughly 3 to 5 hours more of misery left. I hope it's on the shorter side. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed and hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening.